was a much longer countdown than I thought you were going to do.
That's the opening of the recording. Congratulations.
I'm so glad.
Yay. We have the best intros.
I strive to never have a normal intro to our games, ever.
And so far, we have been very successful.
Not always on purpose. So, hi. Welcome to D&D. Obligatory. It's been a minute.
It has. It has been a time.
I think it's been a few minutes, actually.
It's been, you might say, a while. I was trying not to, and then I was like, embrace it.
I heard the tiny. It's been a while.
So last time on Diluvium, you guys did more exploring of the towns. You went to a bookstore. We had some familiar experiences for those of us who worked at a bookstore. Some people bought some books. You spent some time with your pal, who you later your new pal, who you later found out is named Cole. And they kind of hung around with you guys the whole day, and then you went to an inn and decided to stay the night there. Where the hell are my notes? There they are. During the night, you guys snooped on Cole and caught them whispering to somebody, and then peeked in through the window and listened through the door. You heard some of their conversation talking about how things were going to get dicey. Doing a release would draw some attention, but they weren't sure. The group could be a problem. They're investigating. And then an agreement to stay with you guys. Aaron got taken back in the middle of the night by Mava and Kia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He was grumpy about it, but he went back. And those of you who stayed noticed Cole got company in the middle of the night. A human woman, different from the group that you guys have heard leading, or different from the woman that you have heard described as leading the strange little group that is more recently in town. Later on, Valut gave Tristan an envelope in a book and told him in case anything happens to have somebody send that to where it's supposed to go. And then the next day, you guys split up a whole bunch. Once it was revealed that Aaron wasn't with you guys anymore, that he, quote, went back to the ship, Cole suddenly had a meeting to go to. So Mava and Tristan followed them. Kawa also went to the docks to look for the people that she's looking for. Emir went back to the tower to check in on Sildair. Kia went to watch a show and steal some makeup. And caused a little bit of chaos, had some fun. Watched a show that, watched the performers, didn't pay so much attention to the actual show itself. That was a premiere release of a new story that happened to also have a book that day come out that Valut ran into at a bookstore and bought a copy of. The fifth one of a series. Tristan and Mava did some thought detection and figured out that Cole was a little suspicious because something didn't seem right. It seemed as though they were looking for y'all's ship and weren't locating it, obviously, because it's not there. And then Tristan snuck up onto a little ship that he did not recognize that didn't have anybody on it, and picked his way into the cabin on the ship, found bottles and bottles and bottles labeled with things that were normally fears, opened one and got super feared and had to turn around and run. And that is where we ended it. Any questions before we dive in?
How bad did I fail that? Like, how I know I'm feared, but like, you said super feared. Am I super feared?
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
had enough wherewithal to close the door. So
You did. It was like you pulled it shut on the way out, and that was it.
Okay.
I'm
I'm trying to figure out like escape plan here. How desperate I am. So that's what I needed.
Everything in you is saying, "Get the hell away from that."
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Did I find? I don't remember. Did I find the rest of the books in that series?
I believe you did go to a second bookstore to see if you could, and we can say you did.
Okay.
I don't think we actually said.
Okay, I don't either. I remembered wanting to look for them and talking about it, but I don't remember.
I know you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You said that you are caught up on the series and you missed the newest release, and then you said, no, it just came out.
That was the first one.
Yeah. And then you didn't want to go back in and ask, and then you said it was a different bookstore you could go to, and then you moved on to someone else.
Okay.
Okay, and then we never.
So you were on the way to another bookstore.
There we go. Okay.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thanks, welcome.
My perpetual note keeper, always the lore keeper of my games. I didn't have
anything to do at work this week.
I did, and that's the frustrating part. Is I sure listened, and then I kept going. Wait, I need to take notes. I don't know what happened 5 minutes ago. This was a poor way to listen to this, but I didn't have another way. So some of my notes are a little fractured, but it's fine. The key points are there. So yes, you were on the way to a second bookshop. That's right, because you pretended to be like a fan at the first one, so it would be a little awkward to be like, when did the rest of these come out? I also don't believe you caught the name of the author. Like, I don't think I told you. I just told you the series was the Misty series. Yeah. Yeah, Nicole is my Danny Carr. That is correct.
I just keep time. It's fine. I'm
as long as there is not a Brian Foster.
No. No one is.
No.
Good.
I keep the dates. I'm the keeper of the dates.
Yeah. All right. So if anybody else has a question, interrupt me. Otherwise, we will keep going. And we'll dive in. So, let's see. Who do I want to start with? I had narrowed it down to like 3 people, and then I have been so undecisive for the last 3 days.
Well, that's easy. Roll a d6.
Oh, yeah.
Plus minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Roll a d6. Roll a d6.
I thought that too.
Okay.
Y'all are ridiculous, and I love it.
That's us.
That's why you play D&D with us, right?
Yeah. I didn't hear anything.
Cool.
No.
That's what I was worried about. It was a weird beat. I just, like I said, I'm hoping it's not the smoke alarm. Getting ready to tell me to do a thing. And I'll keep an ear out.
So, really quick, I am going to, with Tristan, but just something you see, and then we are going to jump to somebody else. You scramble into the deck of the ship, pulling the door shut behind you. There was that cloud that had rushed you, and you managed to close the door before it left with you. You do see it come out through the windows of the deck, but it does not continue towards you. It goes further into town.
Perfect.
Balut,
Yes.
you're making your way to the bookstore.
Yes.
The second. You've got your new book in hand, which I mentioned the author's name and then still didn't give it to you. It is Jamila, which I can put in here, I guess.
Sure.
I hope y'all can't hear the like typing sounds that my iPad makes.
I can,
A little bit.
Oh, not.
but not through my headset.
Okay.
No, I hear it a little bit through the headset.
I hear a little bit too. Not bad.
I do too. I just didn't want to say it. I was
Yeah.
trying to be nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
So yes, you're walking to the God, Daniel. I've been trying so hard. I managed to bypass Newentown and not that one.
I was real impressed. It still went through my head though.
Thanks. Mine too. That was the pause. So you get to the second bookstore, and as you are getting there, you hear some commotion in the street behind you. Do you turn to?
Yes.
There is I won't say large, but like the size of a small swarm of bees.
Bees?
That size.
Yeah.
A cloud of smoke rushing through the street. And it whizzes past you and into the bookstore. What you
Oh.
doing?
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
What color was the smoke?
You know, a color.
No, different question. Was it like green or a sickly yellow or like weird noxious looking color?
It was dark. Kind of a I don't remember how I described it last time. We're gonna say it was like a purpley blackish blue.
Okay. So clearly not something like a cloud kill or mustard gas or
No.
yeah.
Not resembling poison. It was also moving with purpose, like targeted.
Terrain. Well, I guess I'll follow it in a little cautiously.
Yeah.
Just because walking into unknown place where unknown thing just went ahead of me isn't always a safe plan.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be very, very careful.
Yeah. So you peek inside and then kind of move in.
Mhm.
And there is a lot of commotion. There is a man running from this cloud before it slams into his chest. Right as he like turns to see if he's gotten away from it. And the color sort of spreads across his skin as like highlighting his veins in that dark color under his skin, like very prominently. And his eyes roll back and he falls limp to the ground. And then everything is still and quiet.
So we're still going to be very careful moving forward, but we are gonna go check on him.
Okay.
And I am not above keeping an eye out for these books on the way there.
I love that so much. Like, yes, this is very concerning. Oh, I need that.
It's the next one. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. So, describe to me what you're doing when you get to this man. Like,
Well,
how are you
first,
checking?
I want to be sure that he's breathing.
Mhm.
I can get more specific because I know exactly how he would check that, but
Yeah.
we're gonna check and make sure he's breathing, that he's still at least fundamentally Cole and Hale, and then see if I can get him to wake up very, very gently.
Okay. So I know this is like definitely your strong suit. But give me a medicine check.
Yeah.
Everybody's good at that, right?
Totally.
I'm not terrible. I actually meant to be proficient in it, but I had too many other things that were more important.
You had a lot of irons in the fire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
10 total. I rolled.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, it's not like your best.
Yeah.
But this is also a weird situation. Your attention is a little torn, there could be another weird cloud.
Yeah.
There could be a book on a shelf that you need to grab really quick.
Mhm.
You don't know.
Look,
So
I would like to check out very quickly and move on.
yeah. So like I said, it's not like your best, but at the same time, you know how to check if somebody's breathing, you know how to check for, signs of life at the very least.
Right.
And as you are checking him over, there's like a brief moment where it seems like maybe he twitched or something, but there is no breath. There is no pulse. This man is dead.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well, corpses don't really tend to go anywhere.
No.
So time probably isn't too much of a... Maybe, though. No, I think it is probably enough of a hurry that he would head to go find everybody else, or at least somebody else.
Okay.
But he's going to set the books he found there on the counter first.
Okay.
Not put them away on the counter.
Yeah.
So I know where to come back to.
That's fair.
when whatever potential emergency is managed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do realize as you do that this is the guy who was behind the counter?
Yeah, I know.
I'm just
Or rather, I assumed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's nobody there to like see you or anything. So that's fine. You
Yeah.
put them there.
Look, if there's still nobody there later, then fine. But
Yeah.
I'm going to give them a chance to get paid.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I just mean like you don't have any trouble with anybody being like, you can't just leave those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you head out. Where are you heading?
No. I don't know. Do I remember where other people went?
I
Did
was
we
gonna
talk
say,
about where we were going?
I know you guys.
Other than I think
Kawa said she was looking for people that she was trying to find, but I don't remember if you said where you were going.
I don't think so either.
I announced to everybody I was going to go see a show.
Yeah, I know. Kia said where she was going. Emir
I
said
said
he
where
was
I was
going
going.
to the. Emir said he was going back to the tower. Tristan and Mava were following Cole, but I don't know.
I did say I had business at the docks
That's right.
while we were still being vaguish to Cole.
Okay.
That seems like a good point. Also, did I have any idea where this was coming from?
The vague direction of the island towards the docks. Yes.
Okay, then that's probably, if that's where Tristan is,
Mhm.
who is probably the person that Valut would trust most in an emergency, and also where it came from. That's probably the direction to go. So I will head that way.
Okay. So you head towards the docks. Um.
Was Mava invisible, or did I cast all those?
You're invisible.
Okay.
You were invisible, and then you hid and did detect thoughts.
Oh, right. So there was both concentration, so I had to drop invisibility. So,
Yes.
okay. Gotcha.
But you were well hidden, so that wasn't a concern.
Okay.
Kia,
Yes.
you're watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
These actors obviously usually seem to know what they're doing, but you can tell this is definitely a new show. They're still a little worried about somebody jumping onto the stage and pretending they know what's going on. So there are occasional awkward fumbles, but for the most part, they seem to be doing good, and you think you could probably emulate this fine. You definitely think you know how to do the makeup now.
I got this.
Yeah. You're watching the show, and during one of the big scenes, you actually see the same smoke cloud, I'll just tell you, go past the stage, but not through it or around it, and everybody kind of stops to watch it, because, like, what the hell was that? And then there's, like, this pause, and then a lot of them go, oh well, and go back to doing what they were doing.
Like you do.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to go back to doing what you were doing?
No, I'm gonna try to steal a script.
Okay.
Sounds right.
Stealing a script. All right.
I love her so much.
Oh, Kia. Let's see.
Yeah, if the locals aren't afraid of it, why should I be?
You know,
I
fair.
mean, the locals aren't afraid of very much lately, so I don't know if that's a great metric.
It's worked so far in my
But I have a
life.
hard time really faulting it.
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand
Okay.
as you try to kind of casually sweep one of these scripts
Oh, actually.
away.
7.
Okay. Well, not great.
No.
However, I will grant you have kind of been watching unnoticed,
Mm-hmm.
and you are in a pirate costume.
Yeah.
So somebody sees you pick up a script and kind of gives you an odd look and then goes, I don't recognize you. Do you have a scene coming up? Or that's mine, but, like, did you lose yours?
Yeah, I'll bring it right back. Can I borrow it?
Okay, just be careful, because they're really stingy with copies of this.
Sure. I understand.
Okay. So, you got seen.
Yep.
But you get away with at least taking the script. What are you doing then? You're just gonna keep watching it?
I'm going to walk out of the guy's vision
Mm-hmm.
and then slip into the shadows and watch from there and stick the script in my bag of holding.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. You do that. And the show goes on. Anything else before we move to someone else?
I am gonna pull the blonde wig off and stick it
Mhm.
in my bag, and then what? You forgot I had one wig, didn't you?
No, I turned and there's Gidget just staring lovingly at you,
Aw.
at you on your desk here.
Oh, yeah, she's enamored with my storytelling ability.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of change the costume a little bit so it looks slightly different. When I leave, I won't be recognizable as the same person he saw leave with his script.
Okay. Clever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else?
And that's it. I'm gonna watch the rest of the show.
Okay.
I'm kind of gonna try to move away from the back and along the shadows and into the audience so I could see the show from that side.
All right. I just clicked on the picture and she looks so unimpressed with you taking her picture. Like,
Yeah,
you are
you missed the shot,
interrupting
Jeremiah.
the story. All right. So back at the docks, Mava,
Uh-huh.
from where you were hiding, you can't quite see this little ship that Tristan went and snuck onto. You do see a freaky cloud of smoke coming out of that area where you assume he went. Tristan was invisible. I do remember that. And you see Cole look up and look a little startled for a minute because they were writing in their journal.
Mhm.
And you see them look up and kind of stand up from where they had sat and then follow the like watch the cloud of smoke go and then look back at where it came from. And they don't move quite yet, but they definitely look shaken by that.
While they are distracted by the cloud of smoke, can I summon a mage hand and try to steal the book?
You can certainly try.
Is it like in their hand right now, or do they
Yeah.
like? Oh, okay. I'll wait. That's probably they will probably notice that.
Yeah.
I don't think I can make the DC on that. I am not a rogue.
Good call. Kawa, from your place on the dock, you also see this weird cloud of smoke go up from one of the ships and then shoot away. And I will say you probably noticed it because other people around you catch sight of it and also seem alarmed. And some of them go running in that direction, trying to figure out, like, was that like a weird firebolt or what was that?
Okay. I'm not gonna run, but I will slowly start following the crowd of people.
Okay. Mava, are you doing anything?
Can I roll to see if I can identify what, like, assuming it's magical, what kind of smoke it is, or what it might be caused by?
You can give me. I'll let you do an Arcana check.
Okay. For being a sorcerer, I really don't have much in the way of That's an 11.
Man, y'all are sure rolling some numbers tonight.
I sure am.
I think you've rolled the highest of anybody so far.
Yay, I got double digits.
Yeah. Well, we had a 10. You got the first double digits that add up to more than one.
Yeah.
So, you honestly, like, for a brief second, you think maybe it's a spell that you recognize, but then the way it moves is like, no, definitely not. You have no idea what that was. In a sense of, you know what it was not.
Mhm. I'm gonna do something a little bold, a little brazen.
Oh boy.
I'm going to slither right up next to Cole and look up toward the smoke with him.
Okay.
Well, all right.
It's a power move.
I like it.
Mhm.
Yeah, Cole, it is. Cole, like, doesn't react for a second and then turns and looks at you. Oh. Hi again. You saw that too?
I don't suppose you have any idea what it is.
I don't think it was anything good.
Probably not. Shall we investigate?
Sure. And they seem to, like, hesitate a little bit on whether or not to lead or to let you lead. and then kind of look between where the smoke cloud went and where it seems to have come from. And they're like,
Mava
shall
makes a
we?
little after you gesture.
Yeah. All right. And they start walking. And it's kind of a meandering, like, cautious, looking around sort of walk.
Mhm.
And that's probably about the time, Kawa, you see them up ahead.
If I see Mava, then I will head towards Mava.
Okay. So you probably catch up to them after not very long because Cole is moving very cautiously. And they kind of turn and see you and go, "Oh, we've got a growing party here."
Yes.
Such things attract crowds.
So they do, but I won't complain about it. Safety in numbers, right?
Mhm.
Tristan,
Mm-hmm.
you're on the deck of this ship, still
Mhm.
shaken to your core.
Mm-hmm.
But the cloud has moved on. What are you doing? Are you staying on the ship, or are you getting the hell off of that ship?
Well, the cloud isn't following me, and it came out the windows and went a different direction, correct?
It went
Not towards
kind
me.
of up and then over your head towards town.
Okay, but not really towards me.
No.
Okay. 'Cause if it was still following after me, the plan was to leap over the railing and tumble onto the docks as quietly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't, so I'm going to stay here until I get my wits about me and then hopefully remember to lock the door.
Okay. You do hear commotion further around the docks.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody seems to be coming onto this ship. And after a while, you are able to kind of get your comm back to you.
Okay. All right, then I will go. Oh, go ahead,
Uh-huh.
sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so you probably don't have any trouble locking the door again.
All right, I will lock the door again and I will calmly exit the ship
Okay.
down the gangplank and
Okay.
merge invisibly with the crowd.
All right.
Is there still a crowd on the docks? I would think there some that
So a lot of them have moved in the direction of where the thing went, trying to see what the hell it was, and then a couple of them have kind of turned back towards the hello. Sorry, my wrist keeps buzzing at me. They
stop
a
it.
couple of them are turning back to like figure out where it came from and
Mhm.
make sure none of the ships are like on fire.
Okay. That's fine.
So yeah, you're able to slip in there invisibly just fine.
All right. I do not know where the others are.
It's on you.
And I guess I will head.
One
Do
second.
I see anybody? Do I see my friends? Are they way ahead, or is it too late?
One sec.
My shop pay is now under your email address now, or your sign on, and I don't know why.
Because I used it that one time.
Okay, so that was my code. It's going to be another code.
You might mute this conversation.
Yes.
Sorry.
I can hear Jay through your mic.
Yeah, he turned around to.
Sorry.
How dare you?
I did not realize it was doing this. I was getting some Christmas gifts.
Sorry, one second.
It is strangely difficult to design magical outfits.
Hmm.
Okay, sorry.
Perfect. Sorry about that.
No
What,
worries.
what were you saying, Karen?
Has it been long enough that I can no longer see Mava, Cole, and Kawa?
Well, they are. You actually do see them walking kind of in the ship's direction. Not a beeline for sure, but
Oh,
kind
I
of
thought they were heading for
meandering.
town.
No. They're trying to see where it came from.
Oh, okay. Then I will kind of stay with the crowd and watch what they do. I should still have invisibility for a while, so I'll
Mhm.
be a shadow.
Okay. I haven't had you do one in a while, so give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Who's gonna be nice tonight? I don't know. Oh, haha. Steal. 22.
Okay. Good deal.
I rolled an 18.
No, that's I rolled a perception check to
Huh?
see if Cole would notice something was up.
Uh-huh.
And you beat them by 1. Full transparency.
What? Ooh, okay.
Because I rolled a 19.
Damn.
Yeah. Um.
Thanks, Fox. Not gonna die. It's purple. It's on top. I was like, let's do that one. It worked.
So, Kawa, Mava, and Cole are sort of meandering along the docks trying to figure out where that freaky smoke came from. Tristan, you're shadowing them.
Mm-hmm.
And right about the time they get kind of near this little sloop of a ship, that's probably when we'll say, Valut, you show up.
All right. And I only see the 3 of them.
Yes.
Well, that's good enough.
At least people you know.
Yeah. No. So Valut runs. Not sprinting in panic, but very, very much running, rushing up to Mava and stops them for a second. Wait. Uh, Did you? Seems normal here. Something strange happened here recently.
Yes, so it seems.
Yeah, a bunch of people were running off the docks towards
After
town.
something?
Think so.
Hmm.
Then I saw Mava, so I decided to head that way.
Good plan. There was something, some kind of
Smoke.
yes.
It seems to have
Although
originated in this area.
good to know. Probably also know it killed a man.
Oh. Who did it kill?
Bookseller.
Hmm.
No one of significant import, unless it was some kind of revenge thing or an accident. I don't know why he would be chosen for such a thing. Or targeted, I guess. In any case, you should be careful.
Not bad advice.
Cole is kind of looking around between you guys while
Mhm.
you have this conversation,
Mhm.
kind of nodding along. What did it do to him?
It killed him.
Well, yes, but how?
Does it matter?
It could. Did it seem like something that was defensible against?
A An amorphous shape touched him and he died.
Hmm.
No, I don't think so. Perhaps one might be safe in an airtight room.
Mm. Unless one needs air to breathe, I suppose.
True.
So your Genasi friend should be fine.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Perhaps, if he is lucky.
Mm. If it is that mechanism which does the killing. Concerning. And they kind of look around the ships. The trouble is, I don't think any of us saw exactly where it came from.
And I suppose we pick a place to start.
Hmm. It was this general vicinity, at least. So, seemed to come from one of the ships.
Well, as you said earlier, safety in numbers. I don't recommend us splitting up.
No. Oh,
I
what are
was
you
just
guys?
gonna say, we should find the others then. At least
Was it?
Kia and Tristan, wherever they are.
Tristan was supposed to be around here somewhere.
Yes, I believe he had business with your ship. That might be a good place to start, actually.
Doubt it came from our ship.
No, but we could find him. I assume he's on your ship.
I wouldn't know. I was book shopping.
Right. And they kind of sweep an arm out at the docks. Which one is yours? Or his, I suppose. He is the captain.
Quick question: Is there
Mm,
so much of a crowd?
not a whole lot of one.
Yeah, shit. Okay, never mind.
People are kind of going, "Oh, that was weird," and going back to their business.
Okay, I just didn't know if there was enough people on the docks that I could get away from them a little bit,
And then show
like
up.
around a corner and just show up.
Better
Without
question.
There's
Oh,
him
sorry. Go ahead.
realizing I was invisible 5 minutes ago.
there's stuff that you could duck behind, but
Hmm.
not like a crowd you could suddenly walk out of, if that makes sense.
Okay. Cool. That's what I wanted to check. Go ahead.
I
What were you
forgot
saying,
about
Justin?
the invisibility part. Never mind.
Oh,
So
Oh.
Mava's going to make a point to look in a particular direction, like he's looking for where a ship was supposed to be docked,
Uh-huh.
and then kind of squint a little bit. Our ship is no longer docked here.
Oh.
Where is it?
He would leave us here, wouldn't he? We should go find Kia.
That is vexing. I paid for passage on that ship.
Perhaps some of us have overstayed our welcome.
Oh, that's a shame. I didn't take him to be the type to leave you here, of all places.
Oh, he's trustworthy enough on the open sea, but
Well, he
at
does
course.
say he did act like that. He does act like a child, so there is that.
Jeremiah, you couldn't even see me drinking. How the hell did you damn near drown me?
Oh man, the shade. This is even better because
I'm
Mom's
here.
the only one who knows that Tristan is there.
Oh, I was just about to type "I'm dying" as you start talking about that, and I'm like, I am tempted to have him pop up invisible and be like, "Fucking excuse you, I made shit, Lord, shut your face." But I didn't. But I'm rolling. I'm over here just dying,
What are you doing?
trying not to blow a gasket.
Staying invisible?
Uh-huh.
Didn't you hear Karen said that he's dying?
No.
Right.
That's what Kara.
Aaron's dying. Kristen is like just keeping it together.
Uh-huh.
He's trying real hard not to do something irrational and blow his cover.
Well, in the absence of our ship and therefore Tristan, Kawa, where do you believe Kia would be at?
She said she was going to watch a show when we parted, so I'm assuming wasn't there a stage somewhere?
Yes, over in that direction.
Okay.
I love how I can just say that in voice.
Then Kawa just immediately starts walking that direction.
Well, seems we have quite a few interesting things happening today.
So it seems.
I suppose we're off to find your friend then. And they will follow Kawa.
What is y'all's kind of... I know Kawa's in front, followed by Cole. Where are Mava and Valut? Are they following or staying kind of behind, or...
Mava will be following, but at like a little bit of a distance.
Okay.
He'll kind of pass it off as he's trying to, like, he's having issues maneuvering through the crowd because he's so huge.
Mhm.
He's trying not
I
to
love it.
run anybody over.
That makes sense.
But he's basically trying to put enough distance where presumably someone who is not currently visible could potentially speak up without being overheard.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know, because I know
Yeah.
Valut has the perception of practically a god at this point. So I could just mutter something really low as Cole walked off and he'd hear me. But I didn't. I
Be
wanted to
careful
know
what you say.
if I could, like, if you were hanging back too, or if Mava was hanging back, or what I could do. So I just wanted to know where you were.
Without any awareness that that was a thing that was needed, he wouldn't have.
You wouldn't have. Okay.
No. He's
Then
not exactly happy about moving away from the place where the thing came from that they're to be investigating. But,
Mhm.
mhm.
Yeah, Cole
what
seems Cole seems to have some feels about it too.
Yeah.
There's probably a pointed look between Valut and Cole, like, well, I guess we're going this way.
I just came from that way, but okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna follow the little angry cat.
Yeah.
So I will kind of dodge through. There's not a crowd anymore, so I will get up alongside Mava and touch his shoulder to let him know I'm there,
Mhm.
and let him know we all need to get together and talk away from Cole. And I have some questions that I need to ask at the tower, but I don't want to go there just yet.
Do you know what happened with the smoke?
Yeah. Kind of.
Good idea.
I have a pretty good idea. But no, he's not saying that part. He's just saying, yeah, kind of.
Mhm. We could get him alone and simply take him out.
We do have the numbers, but we don't know what he does.
Glancing through my spell list here. Do I have utility options? Not really, not for this.
I don't have a way to, like, trip him up or trick him or anything to take him down while I'm invisible. But, I'll hang back, see if an opportunity presents. If not, at least you know that we need to talk with the group if we can find them all.
Mhm. We are going to find Kia.
I heard that.
Do you know where Ymir is?
They were heading towards the tower, I thought, last
Oh, that's right.
time
Yep.
we talked. I don't know if they're still there or on their way back or what. I don't have the means to find out. Anyways, I'm going to be your shadow for a bit. So, just wanted to let you know I was still here.
Let me know when you're about to run out on the spell and I can recast it.
I think it's an hour, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
You
I'll
got
leave that to Jules. I don't know how long it's been.
you've got time.
Okay, I figured. So, that's all I have to say. I will kind of rock back alongside Mava and follow along.
All right.
We are actually going to slide over to our dear Genasi, who is making their way back. God damn it, Jeremiah. It didn't come through mic, but I can hear you. Mira is on their way back. Emir,
Yes.
it's kind of a long walk.
All right.
And, like, you're a druid, so you're used to nature, and that's fine. But it's a long walk, and you're alone, and it's kind of boring. But about halfway there, I'm gonna, by the way, full transparency, guys, I'm playing with the timeline a little here, or else Emir technically probably wouldn't even be there yet.
Mhm.
And that's not fun for anybody, Foss especially. So yeah, about halfway back, you spot a woman sitting in the field, kind of off to the side of the road, sitting against a rock in the grass with her knees up, scribbling in a book. And she has a big hat to kind of keep the sun off of her face and shield, what she's writing on.
Hmm. I'm going to consult my character sheet really quick.
Okay.
Has she noticed me?
It does not seem so.
Then can I make like a wide curve around her to get behind her?
Yeah. Are you trying to be sneaky about it?
Yes.
Give me a stealth roll.
That's a 5.
Woo. You are familiar with nature, and you're good at moving through nature. You're maybe not used to these fields yet. You haven't spent much time here, and most of it's been in town or walking on a trail. But you're moving up kind of in that wide arc around to get behind her, and you kind of stub your toe on a big rock that you didn't notice that was buried in the ground because the grass was covering it. And she kind of pauses and turns. She doesn't like get up or anything. She just kind of turns her head and then gives you a slight wave and a curious look.
I will cringe and wave back. Well, hold my hand up.
I was gonna say, do you wave or do you lift a hand?
Lift my hand.
She says, can I help you?
I was just curious what you were doing out here.
Just getting some peace and quiet to work.
Work on what?
Writing.
Oh? What do you write?
Tilts her head at you. A very curious look. You're... Alright. She'll close her book, put it in her lap. I write novels.
I mean, I sort of assumed that part. I thought you'd be more specific.
Well, there are all sorts of other things to write. Magic spells, recipes, nature guides, travel guides. All sorts of things, really.
Well, as you've already established, you write novels.
Yes. I write adventure mysteries.
I see.
What is it you do out in the middle of this area?
I wander around and stare at the sky.
Uh-huh.
I'm a druid, so it's not strange.
Isn't it?
In so much as druids themselves are strange, I guess.
What brings you to this island in particular?
I don't know. I'm sort of here against my will.
Oh.
Not in a bad way, just... the people I'm traveling with brought me here. Now I'm here.
Kind of tilts her head again. Against your will, but not in a bad way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, being held captive or anything. I'm just on an unfortunate detour.
Where were you trying to go?
Not sure yet.
But for the moment, it was sneaking up on me.
Just to see what you were doing. I wasn't going to do anything else.
You understand my skepticism.
Do you see anything that I would murder you with in my hands?
You're a druid.
Fair. But I'm not the murderous type of druid.
Right, but on a pirate island, you understand my skepticism.
I mean, you're also on a pirate island.
I am. I'm not sneaking up on people.
No, but you are sitting out in the wilderness, kind of welcoming people to sneak up on you.
I mean, they'd have to make the trek first.
I mean, have you seen some of the stuff they've been doing in town?
I have.
I don't think a trek is that much of a concern for them.
No, but that is part of why I'm not in town. You haven't been here before, have you?
No.
Hmm.
God damn it.
What?
I almost said I'm new in town.
Oh, no one can escape. We're full of it tonight. She'll kind of pick herself up and dust off her skirt and adjust her hat, tuck her book away. Where were you headed?
Here and there.
Now I'm the one expecting you to be more specific.
This is the part where I reluctantly admit that I don't remember if I'm going to the tower or back from the tower.
You were going to town again. You
Back
talked
to
to Sildair. He told you he kept having the visions and it kept changing every time, but something bad was going to happen. And currently he is the most worried about Kia.
Right, okay.
That it was Aaron until you guys brought Aaron back.
Okay.
And then he told you to go back and find everybody else and not to be by yourselves.
Oh, yeah. I definitely followed that direction.
Well, you all did. It's great.
Yeah. Okay, well, specifically, I'm going back to town to find friends.
Well, let's walk together.
All right.
I'm not as worried about being on my own outside of town as I am in it. Most people seem to stick to town here. I hear the wizard who lives on the hill is pretty nasty.
Oh, he doesn't seem so bad.
Oh, you know him?
No.
Uh-huh. Okay. We'll walk and talk. And she will walk back to town with you. In the course of conversation, would you share your name? Or would you kind of avoid getting to that?
If she shared her name, I would share my first name.
But if she didn't ask or share hers, you wouldn't?
No.
Okay. So you walk back to town, and you still don't know who she is when you get back.
All right.
Because she does not invite that conversation. She doesn't nose into who you are. But she does ask about the friends that you're with and kind of why you're there.
Okay.
And I will let you determine, obviously, how much you tell her.
I probably just continue to be real cagey about everything.
Okay.
Like, just, my vague, eclectic answers. And, embellished things, but, like, nothing, like, outrageous.
And she listens, and she will tell you a little bit about her book series. That seems to be what she's the most willing to talk about.
I am interested in it.
Yeah, and she will tell you about a book series that two of you are becoming familiarized with already in town. She writes a series about a street urchin turned mystery solver named Misty. Mystery?
Misty.
Hold on. Misty. Yeah, okay. That would be a little on the nose if her name was Mystery.
Mystery's a different character.
And that she's just released her 5th book. But she's always trying to come up with ideas to keep ahead. So she's got plans for 8 so far.
Wow.
She won't tell you any plot details, but she does kind of tell you about the character and the inspiration. And she explains that they were inspired by a friend of hers, but she doesn't go into too much detail there.
Is your friend alive?
Yes. We actually travel together.
I see.
They take good care of me. There are a few of us who travel as a group, but the 2 of us have been together the longest.
How do they feel about the fact that you write about them?
I enjoy it.
Do they
We get a
read the
bit
books?
of a laugh. They So they don't read them, but I do read them to them, if that makes sense.
Sure.
They know the stories.
I see. I mean, I sort of assumed that they're partially based on them.
Mm-hmm. And it's probably about that time you can see town.
Okay.
You guys are getting close. And you keep talking. Kia, meanwhile, your show ends. Everybody sort of starts to kind of filter away because there's not one immediately afterwards. So they're kind of cleaning up, preparing for whatever they're putting on next. Yeah, Charming.
Charming is practicing for his role.
He is. He's warming up his voice. And before long, there are a couple of people who still linger, but for the most part, you're kind of alone there. And you see some of your friends heading towards you.
How close are they to the stage?
Let's see. What's your passive perception?
Crap. 13?
Okay.
Not as crap as I thought.
Not super great either, though.
Oh, I thought it was like 10 or something. 9.
You get the sense that they're probably... Well, okay. You get the sense that Kawa and Valut have seen you, which you guys have seen Kia. Mava has not seen you yet, and neither has Cole.
Oh, but I'm still hiding in the shadows.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure I had remembered that correctly, that I hadn't left, right?
You went to move to sit in the crowd.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Okay. So then
Sorry,
I got up
not
and
yeah.
moved away with the crowd and am no longer in that area.
Okay.
But I can head where intercepts them on the way out?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah. I don't want to stick around and be recognized by the guy I took the script from.
That is fair.
Probably a good decision, right?
Yeah, so I probably moved with a crowd of people like I was their friend, and then when we got out of view of the stage, moved away.
Okay.
And then I'll move over to intercept the people I see.
Yeah.
When you
I
get
spotted
close,
her, correct?
Huh?
Oh shoot, hold on. I forgot to check you.
My passive's 20.
Yeah, you did.
so when you get close or when you get next to us, I will look and you go, Kia, the child captain has left on his ship.
What the fuck? I'm better than you, bitch.
Yeah, but you're a shit kid.
Mm-hmm.
You misspeak one time because you haven't heard shitlord in too long.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
God damn it.
You know
I'm
this
just
group.
impressed that he's not
I
calling you the
do.
fecal child or something.
Yeah.
Glad of where the focus is there.
Yeah.
Don't give him ideas, though.
I mean, I can't help myself.
So if the peanut gallery's done, should we continue
Yeah.
role playing?
Yes.
So kidding. What did you just say?
The captain is left on that
Captain
ship.
Lim. Well, I did warn you.
It has happened before for us. I says we probably should get with Tristan and Mava and discuss what we need to do next. And pointedly, I will look at Cole as like, go away.
You say Tristan and Mava or Valut and Mava?
Valut, sorry, Valut.
Okay.
Valut. I mean Valut and Mava.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Kia didn't know I'm there.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. So
Yeah, Mava's still the only one who does.
yeah.
I wasn't sure if Alud overheard us.
Not an unreasonable assumption, but
Yeah.
I was kind of figuring that,
You're focused on other
he
things.
hung
It's
back
fine.
far enough, there's enough else going on,
Mm-hmm.
and you were being quiet enough that he probably heard and didn't parse, if nothing else.
That's
He is
fine.
gonna turn to Cole. So how did your meeting go?
It got interrupted.
Oh, what happened?
A smoke cloud came out of one of the ships.
Oh, that doesn't happen all the time?
No,
Oh,
Not like that, I hope.
certainly not.
seems like it happens all the time around here.
Did you see it?
Yeah, it went over the audience and everybody was like, oh, fog, that could be bad for the, oh no, we do that all the time, and sat back down.
No. And, go ahead.
I doubt that was something they experience all the time.
Oh,
If
and maybe
it
the whole
was, I
crowd is
suspect
better
there would
actor
be.
than that one guy.
Oh.
Valut,
Yes.
when you said you saw what happened to the shopkeep, did the smoke go elsewhere, or did it just dissipate after it killed him?
It infused him, for lack of a better word.
Wait, it killed somebody?
Yeah.
Oh!
Loki. Cool.
No!
Hi, buddy.
Hi, Loki.
Keep going. Thank you. Sorry. Please continue. It killed somebody?
Yes.
This cat belonged to the shopkeep. It's very upset.
Oh
Been following me around since.
Well, then I think the best thing to do would be for us to go find another ship and get off of this island. I don't want to be on an island with clouds that kill people.
no. Island of Death.
Yeah. Hence, I suggest we grab our 2 companions and make plans.
Yeah, I guess
Again.
back to our like back to the inn. We can meet in one of the Mava's room. I think fits enough people. It would be kind of cramped, but we could all probably sit in there,
Yeah.
pull together our resources, figure out where to go from here.
Well, if you're planning on leaving, I'm going to try to figure out what has happened here.
Yes, I think I would also like to know.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
right?
Kristen is invisibly face palming.
Oh, I still think we should discuss what our plans were since we were intertwined for a little while.
Wait. I have the message cantrip.
Oh,
No.
There it is.
I didn't remember if you did or not.
I do, and I mean, pointing my finger and whispering at them will be a little obvious, so I'm going to have to meta magic a subtle spell.
Okay. Yeah.
But let me see how much meta magic I have left here. Because it's been a hot minute since we rested, and I've been a busy boy.
Mm-hmm.
We've just done a lot. It's only like maybe after like noon.
And
I don't know. I
messages.
have all of my key points. I'm just saying.
Okay,
And
so
are you trying to send
Dakota's
it
a lot.
to Gamir?
I have let's see. My range on this is only 120 feet,
Yeah.
Okay.
but I
are
have meta magic for twinned spells, so I can target 2 people at once, and subtle spell. So
who you talking to?
I will talk to well, Valut's not going anywhere just yet, so first I'm going to do Kia and Kawa.
Solid decision, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me mark those off. And he'll say, Tristan did not leave. I lied to Cole to make sure that he did not think we were lying about the ship not being here. Tristan is with us and invisible.
Kawa
And
has
what?
an invisible.
Oh, okay. Was that to which one of us?
Both
Both.
of
Kia
us.
and Kawa. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Can we reply to this message?
Yes.
Yes.
You
You
going
wanna-
first?
I'll go first real quick. It says, Kawa says, I figured because I knew the ship has not arrived yet. And I leave it at that.
Hmm.
But thank you.
Keo will respond back. Then we should continue to pretend like he hasn't, and we should all go talk about leaving so that our friend Cole doesn't keep following us.
Is that 25 words or less?
It
Yep.
doesn't have to be with message.
It's not sending. It's what I can say in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, there's no
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's message, not. Yeah.
duration is 1 round instead of limit, which is very nice.
Yeah.
And then let's see. It's really weird. I'm trying to find like if there's another place where my sorcery points are at. I think because it has like the 2 listed for Metamagic Adept, which is a feat that I took. But there
Mhm.
should be more than that.
Me
Oh wait,
too.
I see. For some reason,
Yeah.
the Metamagic Adept had clickable boxes,
Uh-huh.
but then the sorcery points are a number that I have listed that
Or
I
the plus and minus.
tag plus and minus.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then I will tick off 2 more, and send to Valut.
Okay.
Why do you need 2 for Valut?
One's
much
a,
money
or, oh no, yep, just 1. Yep, I don't need to twin it. Thank you.
Sure thing.
This is confusing.
Yeah.
Stop it,
It's
you're
been
doing great.
so long since I've played a sword.
It is.
Valut Tristan is with us and invisible. He did not actually leave. We should, or Kia and Kawa are under the consensus that we should ditch Cole in the group.
And how would we go about this?
Take another one off to be subtle. I would try to separate from him while you were searching and meet us at the inn.
All right.
I will say, part of the issue is that he is also interested in searching, so he may end up going with Valut.
Yeah, which is why he was trying to say, try to ditch Cole
Okay,
get away from him
I misheard.
and meet
Please
them at the
continue.
inn. So
Yeah.
that's okay.
All right. Okay. So,
Oh, sorry. One more point to add on. I still have 5 left after this. Tristan knows where the source came from, and he can explain it there.
Yay. I had no way of reminding you that in character.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
You're good. You remembered.
I did. I'm a good boy.
I think at least one of our friends should know that this has happened. He went out of town, I think a little annoyed at the city. Perhaps we should go find him next.
I could
Huh?
agree with that. We can discuss that as we head out there.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Lost.
We're gonna go
Yeah.
meet up
We're
with you,
gonna go
Mir.
find
Yeah.
him
I wasn't sure if we were
way
being
away,
Yeah.
going
where
all the way
maybe
back
he
to the
won't want to
tower.
follow us.
Heading up.
And then Cobb will start heading out of town immediately.
Okay, we'll follow him.
And we'll watch if Cole is following us.
I
Mama
mean,
will bid goodbye to Cole, like pointedly.
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all haven't asked.
Nope.
Yeah. Good luck with your investigation, Cole.
Oh, yeah. I'll let you know what I find.
If I'm still here,
Alright.
check,
Yes.
look me up. Let me know. Keep walking.
They kind of heave a sigh and turn to head back towards the docks. So you successfully have ditched them.
Yay!
Huzzah!
All right. So you're all together,
And we're
except for
heading
Emir.
out of the village towards where Ymir was going. The castle with the wizard.
All right,
Yes.
Oreo is real mad. Because Baldur's out here.
Oh,
Oriel, let it go.
Yeah. God forbid she see another cat.
I know.
That's not charming.
Yeah.
Or spook.
So are y'all actually walking the path back towards the wizard tower?
Yes.
Okay.
As soon as we are away from Cole
Uh-huh.
and I have a chance to not be too conspicuous about it, I will drop my invisibility.
Okay.
Huh. Kawa looks kind of like, so you've returned.
Fuck
And just
you.
keep walking.
It's very much just an eye roll of fuck you, and then he keeps walking too. We're just like, ugh.
There had to be a better way of handling
Which part?
the hiding thing.
The what thing? No, sorry, it cut
Oh.
out in the middle of the sentence.
Yeah.
I heard the thing.
Hiding.
Hiding. Okay.
Cole was suspicious about our ship and far too interested in it. And we were operating under the falsehood that we had a ship here.
Yes, I remember.
It made more sense to
It would have
distract
made the
him
most
by
sense
saying,
for Tristan to have arrived, having been to the ship and back. No?
no, because they
yeah.
wanted to investigate the ship. that we supposedly came here on.
Right, but the excuse was that we were going to go look for Tristan. Without the excuse,
Why were we looking for
When?
Tristan?
Because of the smoke
literally the
monster.
thing you walked up on
Because of the smoke monster.
just at the beginning that you stayed hidden for it. That was the reason that
No,
he.
Kia's asking why you guys are looking for Tristan because she
No,
wasn't part of that.
never mind.
I'm sorry.
You weren't the one I was responding to.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Karen's just a little lost.
Okay, so
Dakota is too.
Mava said the ship's gone, knowing that you were there, right?
Yes.
Because yes, he was interested in the ship, but what was the excuse he used to get the chance to go look at the ship?
I don't remember.
Finding Tristan. We were going to go look for Tristan.
Oh.
So let's go to the ship because that's where Tristan's supposed to be, right? And then Tristan shows up and, oh, he's here. We don't need to go to the ship anymore. Moving on because there's no longer an excuse. When people are trying to be sneaky about the thing that they want, they can only do that in front of you as long as they have an excuse to do it. If you remove the excuse, they don't get to do it. Or they go around you.
Okay.
This
We
does
couldn't,
mean
in our defense, we couldn't figure out an opening to just be like, "Hi, I'm here."
Yeah.
Right,
This
which is
does
fine.
mean. Go ahead.
That's valid. I'm not saying it isn't. Valut's point isn't you did the wrong thing. It was there had to be a better way. I don't know what, but something.
I couldn't think of anything. That's the best I could come up with in the moment.
I
Yeah, I
think,
suppose.
honestly, if we had done this right after the last one, we would have remembered that Tristan told Cole, I am going to do captain things, not that I am going to my ship. And we could have corrected Cole to say, he didn't say he was going to the ship. He said he was doing captain things. He could
Oh,
be in
yeah.
town buying supplies. Let's go look there.
It's okay though, because this does have the added benefit of he's not going to be looking for y'all's ship anymore.
Yeah, that was
That's
what
actually
Lava was going for.
It also has the added benefit of having been fucking hilarious.
Yes.
I
True.
don't want to take away from
also-
that. I just want to be clear.
No, I'm sitting here going, I know how you get out of this, but I'm not there.
It also gives me
Uh-oh.
free reign. He doesn't think I'm here anymore.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I can
You just
sneak
have to
around.
not be seen.
Yes.
Yep.
I can only be invisible once per day.
Hey, I have some costumes you could wear.
I am sure they will do a world of good for a 6-something purple tiefling.
Yeah, you have angel wings. You can just be like a
Uh,
weird.
I
Weird
observed
hybrid
somebody
Aasimar.
putting on makeup. Do not doubt my skill.
Well, I can cast invisibility at higher levels, so technically I can
There you
cover you for another.
Wild. That's fine.
Oh Lord.
I'm not worried about it right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Everything's fine. To the tower?
To the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Or at least vaguely in the direction of the tower.
Mhm.
Oh, I think talking about this at the tower will be safest.
Oh yeah, same. And I have a few things I need to ask our wizard friend anyways.
All right, so you guys make your way back in the direction
Oh
of.
no, I'm about to die. I'm sorry.
What?
My
Not
computer.
allowed.
My computer wants to like reboot or something. I don't know. I'm telling it no. Hang on. Okay. I thought it was giving me a. Hi, I'm gonna force reboot without your say so. It was something else, so I was able to say no.
Oh, good.
I'm good.
I wish our work computers would let us do that. So you guys are making your way back towards the tower. Do we want to take a break?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
We'll reconvene in 10 minutes.
Cool.
Sounds good. Time enough for me to get a drink.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right. Where am
Here.
I? And It can be if you want to hit the.
Speaking of ineffable, I need to finish season 2.
Of cats?
No, ineffable husbands,
Oh.
also known as Good Omens.
Good Omens. That's the one. I was like, yeah, whatever show that is.
There you go.
Good Omens.
That's what she was on. She was on my lap like that, and Spook was next to me, and then she just sort of reached her paw over and started bapping him on the head.
Oh no!
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That was Gidget?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's mad because she keeps getting interrupted from listening to Nicole's amazing storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You should let her listen.
Yeah.
Be less of a jerk about it, Jay.
And
am so
Spook,
mean.
apparently.
I am so mean to my kitties, aren't I?
They just
I
have the
know.
worst life.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Oh, you
they don't- they-
guys.
Really don't like their food.
I went to get tea, and Hero was just all curled up in a bun in the corner of his bed, just out, cold. And I did my best not to wake him up, but the tea maker totally woke him up. And I just hear this shift of movement, and I look over, and his head's up off his paws, and he's just blearily looking at me, and I'm like, buddy, you go back to sleep. I'm just making tea, I'm sorry.
All right. Were we all back? Was Dakota back?
I haven't heard from her yet.
Okay.
Still muted.
Yeah, they're still muted.
I figured, but I lost track of who I had heard.
Hmm.
And I know times people come back and they're like, I'm eating or whatever and remute. But
Valid.
Time for me to draw.
ASMR. I'm done.
Here, I can jingle my die. Hang on. Nah, it's not picking up. Never mind.
Heard
It
it
did a little.
briefly.
Okay, cool.
No, that's not supposed to be wobbly.
Weeble wobble.
Wobble, but they don't.
Ooh, the first Doctor Who special was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
there's 2 more.
Nice.
They're doing them and I think at least the first one was an hour long, so I'm assuming it's in each of them are going to be an hour long, and they're just releasing them 1 week by 1 week by 1 week
Nice.
for 3. What's the week total?
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome back. No
I need to
problem.
apologize.
I had a near accident with my microwave.
Oh, no.
No.
It's heating up
How?
some stew, and I had opened it was in a glass, one of those glass Tupperwares with the rubber lids,
Yeah.
and I had just propped off the upper lid so it would have venting capabilities,
Yeah.
and instead it suctioned itself in, and it was
Oh no.
completely inverse domed, and I'm like,
Oh.
how do I fix this without making a mess?
Oh no.
Very carefully.
Very
Very
careful. Anyway, I won. So,
Yay. I'm so
Yay.
glad.
Dakota 1, microwave 0.
yeah.
Mhm.
Good job.
Also glass Tupperware 0.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Loki, they went in the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're not out here. I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you, bud.
Yeah. He's just looking at my iPad like, what the hell did you do to Foster? All right. So getting back into it. Y'all are walking towards the tower. Amir,
Mm-hmm.
you're walking with your new traveling companion. And about the time you catch sight of the town, you also see farther up ahead, your party coming towards you. And about that time, anybody with a passive perception of 15 or higher, you see Emir walking with a woman you don't recognize.
Does she look like the description I got of the leader?
She does.
Hmm.
At least as far as you can tell. There's
Oh yeah.
darker skin, long braids, big wide hat.
I'll hold my hand up.
I will also hold my hand up.
I do too. Just
Me too.
Ditto.
I love that this
Not
is a
till
thing
I
now.
see other people do it though, because I don't see Ymir.
Yeah. And then everybody sees everybody.
Huzzah.
She seems confused by this greeting.
I'll point to everybody and be like, these are the friends that are holding me against my will.
That are what?
Holding me against my will.
Ah,
yes, that would be us.
I see.
When did we do that?
Oh, you know, your general existence.
Jeez. I think it was that you're going the same place, but not really having a choice of where to go. Did I follow that correctly?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's lovely to meet you all. Your friend was trying to sneak up on me while I was writing.
I want to make it very clear I was not trying to kill her.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a relief.
Does that
Okay, so
need
make
to
that
be made
clear, but
clear?
not clear about us kidnapping you and holding you against your will.
I never said you kidnapped me.
No, quite the opposite.
Okay, holding you against your will. You can leave at any time, Ymir. I would never want to keep you anywhere that you didn't want to be.
It's not you who keeps me here, Kia.
Oh, okay. Is it someone else?
I start patting Kia on the shoulders.
He looks crestfallen.
I'm not in the mood to correct that at all. Especially not after the whole shit kid conversation. Not fixing that.
Hmm. Well, this sounds like a conversation that you all should have. I think I'm gonna go back into town.
Okay.
Right. Be
It was
careful.
nice meeting you, I guess. So we kind of met.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away from strange clouds.
Strange cloud.
Yes.
Tell
Like
your
in the sky, or
That sounds like a fortune cookie.
Or anywhere, really?
all right.
The stage seems to be safe, though.
The stage.
Yeah, nobody died there.
At least not today.
What has happened other days? You've seen people die there?
Oh, they didn't tell you.
No.
Oh. You have heard that people
Yeah, I
have
was gonna
been
say
killed.
they. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kia's still on the cloud.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Just making sure.
Okay.
Speaking of clouds, I'm going to look up how cloudy is it, considering it is the third of storms.
One second. Let me look at how
Roll for weather.
cloudy it's supposed to be.
It's
I have to. Oh.
There's dice for that.
Guys, I've moved around enough to meet my goal for the day, apparently, by sitting here.
Congratulations.
Good job.
I will say it is about partially cloudy. It is getting cloudier as the day goes on, but
I
it's not
figured as much.
super cloudy yet.
Good to know. Good to know. I figured with Antara storm coming, it would be getting there.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, I got so off of my train of thought.
Sorry,
No, you're good.
Clouds. She's leaving.
Nobody's died today.
Mhm.
People have died there. Yeah. So she's like, I'm glad to hear it's safe today. I wanted to catch the show that they did this morning, but I had more important plans. I
It
hear
was really good.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
What did you
Except for the
think?
cloud bit. I thought maybe that was part of the show, but then it wasn't.
Oh. Is there something with clouds today? And she kind of is looking between Valut and Kia.
What
Yeah, there was a weird cloud that came into the middle of the performance, and everybody was a little startled by it, but then they just ignored it. So either it was part of the show and just not a very good effect or effect they've seen before, or it wasn't.
Well, from what I've heard of that show, I don't think it was intended.
It didn't seem like it fit with the plot at that point.
No. Well, I'll let you all hash out whatever it is you're hashing out about traveling together. Maybe I'll see you around. Where are we staying? She'll look back at Amir.
Here and there.
Precise as always. She'll kind of give a chuckle and
True.
head off. So now you are alone with just your group.
Oh no, what are we going to do without Jules to guide it?
Oh no. Looking up at the sky has reminded Tristan what day it is. He's displeased.
Yes. For those of you who have not been watching the calendar like a hawk.
Is it his birthday?
No. Yes, Loki.
Oh,
It's
It's
Loki's
Loki's
birthday.
No.
Totally Loki's birthday.
The month of storms is the month that has the most rainfall just kind of everywhere each year. And the 4th of storms is the first first big storm of the month. Which is the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
So it'll be stormy weather tomorrow.
Yep.
well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I was gonna say, so I've looked up, I've noticed this, I'm not happy about this. And I look back at the group and see her kind of getting far enough away. And I will look at Emir and say, she matches the description of the leader of the group.
Oh, good thing I didn't tell her anything important.
Uh-huh. Me too.
She's also an author of a book series.
What kind?
Curious.
An adventure series about this person named Misty.
Oh, I just saw a play about a girl named Misty.
I just bought a book about a girl named Misty.
Oh. Oh, missed opportunity there, huh?
Morning, everyone.
misty opportunity.
Oh no. That's it. That's the session. Good night.
Roll credit.
Uh-oh.
Sorry,
Oh my god.
No, you're not.
I've killed them.
I killed
You
the
shouldn't be
killer.
either.
I killed the monster. Who did I kill?
I was the one coughing.
It's cool, my character just totally killed some dude. It's fine.
Yeah.
Misty's based on a real person, but I didn't meet
No.
them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tristan, what was the source of the cloud then?
Oh. He kind of looks around, make sure they're completely alone.
You are.
Good.
Do you want to repeat this again later for the wizard?
No.
Then don't do it now.
So let's go to the tower, and I will explain
I
everything I found.
think we would be better off dealing with the problem ourselves and then going to speak to him. But
We may need his help, based on what I saw. At least, or advice, or something. There's magic involved. It's not my forte.
so man died because a cloud touched him.
Or maybe it was a magic cloud.
He died because his fear refound him.
In the form of a cloud. That doesn't change what I said. Tristan.
No?
I'm gonna go to the wizard tower, and Kia starts walking.
Right.
Following.
Not arguing. Just don't know that this is the best course of action. But if that's what
Did
we're
the-
doing, that's what we're doing.
We can't let Kia go by herself. So we have to follow her no matter what.
Yes.
Why can't she be by herself?
She's already 30 feet ahead of you guys.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Kitty,
no,
Kyla's not letting you get that far away.
I'm gonna start walking towards her, flip backwards so that I'm walking backwards as I stare at Kawa and say, because if we leave her alone, she'll die. And then flip back around.
My claws immediately come out and I look around.
Unlikely.
I checked. I'm only 20 feet ahead of you guys.
What did you say, Justin?
That seems unlikely. In town, perhaps, but
So the smoke that we saw was the bookkeeper's fear finding him again.
I had no idea who it found. And
Valut said it was the owner of the bookshop.
oh, I missed that part.
one of the bookshops. I didn't buy anything there. He died before I could.
Well,
Did he
yeah,
have a
yeah.
heart attack then?
Don't know. By the time I caught up to him, he wasn't breathing. There were no telltale signs of poisons that I know. I can say that.
Scared to death.
Literally.
Oh,
Even so,
hope you all have iron wills.
Just kind of grimace and keep walking.
Do you keep... Oh, go ahead.
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was itching my ear.
Do you guys keep talking all on the walk, or shall we fast forward you to the tower?
I mean, we probably do, but I wouldn't say anything
Nothing relevant.
Yeah.
important comes out of it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much left to say.
All right. So you make the 2.5 hour trek back. Amir, you're really getting your steps in today.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys get back, and when you go in, he is still in the living room, or the main room, whatever. He does look up, surprised to see you all after Amir just left like 4 hours ago. He's like, did you go and immediately come back?
Yes.
Strange group.
In my defense, they found me.
Hmm. Do you need something?
Yeah, I do. This going on in town, the more we investigate, the more it seems to be related to fears, specifically the lack of them. I think I may have found them where people are keeping, or whoever, where the fears are being kept. Would you know of any magical means of doing that, of taking and keeping fear? And I'll describe the setup I saw in the office.
Huh. It does strike a chord of familiarity. I need to consult some things. Give me an hour. Have lunch.
Sounds good. Before you go, have you heard of a ship whose call sign is a dagger-tipped quill?
Dagger-tipped quill. I don't believe I have. Why, have you come across it?
Yes. It's docked down below. They're the ones who have the fear.
Here?
Yes.
Hmm.
I was
Troubling.
about to ask how good of an eye you keep on who all comes and goes.
Very.
I thought so.
And I'll be checking something else as well.
Hmm.
I'll be a moment. An hour, maybe.
Thank you for looking into it.
He will,
Tristan, did Tristan mention that he opened one?
Not yet.
Okay.
He will pull himself to his feet and make his way back upstairs and to a room that y'all have not seen or been in. I know.
What?
And then you are on your own. Food does start coming from the kitchen. Very sword in the stone, floating in the air style. Same as before in the kitchen. And starts setting the table for lunch for you guys.
I go find Sildair.
Okay.
If he's in a room, I will knock on the door.
He is in his room.
Okay. So I will knock.
It doesn't open, but you do hear a very weak, I told you I'm fine.
No, I need to know who's going to kill Kia.
Come in.
And I come in.
Kawa?
Yes.
Why are you here? Where is everyone else?
Oh, there's a ship full of fear that someone controls, and we came back to get the wizard's help.
Where is Amir?
Eating, I'm assuming.
With everyone else?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone else is here.
Oh, good.
So, who's trying to kill Kia?
I don't. He kind of presses his fingers between his eyebrows, like pinches the bridge of his nose for a minute, and then rubs his eyes. I don't think anyone's targeting her specifically. Just when Amir visited, that she was the most common one in my visions.
You should get better visions.
I'm trying. I promise you.
I was like, all right. And does he look really tired?
Yes.
Says, you should take a nap too, and then I'll turn around and leave.
I've been trying. He does get up and follow you, though.
Okay. Oh, hungry?
Yes.
Okay. That helps too. But maybe get a full stomach, then that'll be easier to fall asleep.
Oh. Well, and if you're all back, it might be helpful to talk.
Yeah.
Learn what you've learned.
Okay.
And Aaron peeks his head out, hearing voices in the hallway, and then, like, rushes out of the room. Like, oh, thank goodness you're back.
Yes, we're downstairs to go eat. Come on.
Okay. It's very boring here.
Well, usually I mean, I don't know much about magic, but
Hmm.
they do everything for you, so it's not much to do.
Not many people to talk with either.
No. And they're very cryptic, and it's really annoying.
Oh, well,
Say
that's been the whole trip. But I've been by myself in a room, and you're all out having grand adventures, solving mysteries in town.
No, I think we're creating mysteries.
Hmm.
It's really Tristan's story, so you can talk to him.
Oh,
It's fine, Aaron. Someday we'll find the Allegan Empire, and then you get to have your grand story.
shut up. He's not Grahatia.
Isn't he though?
Mm-mm.
No, his eye colors are the same.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Anyway, he's not a Final Fantasy XIV character.
I know, it's just
Um,
too good of a coincidence to
It
not
really
make fun of.
Just plays one on TV.
Yeah. Fine. He's not Grahatia, and Sildare is not an Aasimar. It's fine. So y'all all convene over lunch.
Mhm.
Mava
Aaron,
declines to eat because he is still digesting.
yeah. Still
He
a
just
bit
kind of
full.
lounges and absently pats the notable bulge in his belly.
Takes in the smell of the food.
Mhm.
I would imagine it's slightly smaller by now.
Yeah.
Oh, probably.
Big meal like that will probably take, what, a month-ish?
Yeah,
No
at
idea.
least a good few weeks.
Yeah.
Aaron seems glad to see everybody all gathered up again.
Mhm.
But he does not immediately rush to start asking Tristan questions, though.
Tristan probably appreciates that since he is most likely mid-food.
Sildare also seems glad to see you all together again. He looks really obviously very tired. And a little, stressed. But being around all of you again at the same time and seeing that you're all okay kind of is helping settle him. And over lunch, he starts to look a little more revitalized again.
Nobody. Alright, well, as we're eating, I will explain. I don't know how much Sildare knows now, and I do know where Aaron left off, but I will kind of fill the two of them in on what they missed this morning with Cole being weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will fill everyone in on
You did a oopsie.
finding the ship
Mm-hmm.
and finding the fears, figuring out they were fears, and deciding to open one to see what would happen.
Then you did a oopsie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Well, that was a decision.
I wanted to
Poor
see if it
one.
would go back to its person or if it would dissipate or stay there. I needed to know what would happen if it got opened.
Well, it sounds like you killed a guy.
I know.
Good job.
It sounds like they do go back to their people then,
Aggressively.
in probably the worst way.
Didn't
Yeah.
you say magic isn't really your thing?
Yes.
Then why would you tamper with magic things
I wasn't tampering with magic thing. I was tampering with a bottle.
that had magic things in it?
It had a fear in it.
Yeah, that's probably magic.
Not necessarily.
Do you know how to put fear in a bottle without magic?
No.
Okay, magic thing.
Valid point.
Mm.
In his defense, I would not have anticipated the return of somebody's fear killing them.
Exactly.
I mean, I would have.
Really?
Yes.
Depends on the
Why?
fear.
Because if it's captured in a bottle and it gets released, it's going to go back to its home. That's what everything does when it's been captured and then released.
I point at Kia.
But why would something going back to its home kill the home?
Too much.
At one time.
Sildare looks
It was
thoughtful.
one of the smaller bottles. It wasn't full.
It doesn't matter. It's still something you shouldn't have been messing with.
And I'm very glad you didn't open one of the larger ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think before we start tearing each other apart.
I haven't started tearing anybody apart yet.
Yes. So I'm catching it now. We might all need to take a moment. I'm glad all of you are all right. That does explain some of the visions I've been having. I keep seeing clouds morphing into terrible things of various natures, doing horrible things to people. And I've been seeing you all as well. Amir, after you left, it was primarily you. So that was fun.
You're kind of like looks down all the way, but like kind of like down at an angle, like it mumbles. Makes sense. I was alone.
I'm guessing for a while Kia was alone,
No, I was in a crowd of people.
but without the rest of the group.
Yes.
And for a while, Valut, were you alone?
Yes.
In Kawa?
Yes.
Tristan, yours was brief. And Mava, yours was brief. I get the sense that during the times you were alone, those are the times that I had the most horrible, horrible visions of you.
And we ask what would happen to us? Just dying. What did the freers come after us? Did
Yes.
some right?
So then the lady that
Hmm.
Ymir was with was a threat?
Possibly.
Not necessarily, but I mean, at this point, anyone who isn't you all seems to be.
No, she
Well, what
matches
do-
the description of the leader of the group that we've been investigating.
Are they the ones responsible?
Well, I'm pretty sure it was their ship I was checking out.
Nicole, what were you going to say?
What does us being with each other do to stop fears from killing us?
I'm not positive, other than maybe you're not as much of a target when you're together.
Why are we a target individually?
It's easier to pick people off one by one than it is in a large group.
Because strength in numbers.
Mm.
But I
You
was with
have,
a number of other people.
but
Why
did
are
you
they
know them?
collecting us
Did-
collectively?
Did you know them? Did you rely on them ever?
No, actually, I scammed them.
If your life were at stake, do you believe that they would protect you?
I don't know.
Probably not.
But do you believe that we would at least try?
Maybe?
Kawa gives you a look.
Well, I mean, we all helped each other with the crab thing on the island once. But
True.
once is not a pattern.
Also true. My point, though, is fear most affects us when we are alone, right?
I guess, if that's what you're afraid of.
Even if it's not. Um, take someone who is afraid of clowns. Yes?
Okay. What
By
am I doing?
themselves, they are standing in front of a clown, and they are absolutely terrified, right? They probably scream, run, perhaps try to kill it,
Freeze.
right? But with a group of friends that they trust to comfort them and help them, fear is not so strong.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Tribe is better than being by yourself.
At least in this context, yes.
So, it sounds like we should stay together. Uh, I suppose when he comes back, we can share all of the information that you have and whatever he finds. And,
See what can be done.
yes. Talk about the likelihood of this ship that you were on being theirs and them being the culprits. And what to do about it.
What if it's two separate things?
What indeed?
Oh,
Like,
that's
what if
right.
it's
Sorry, go ahead.
like, what if it's not their ship?
That's
No,
what I
like
was
what
about.
if they're responsible for the sphere thing, but they also noticed us, and there's one person in our group that they also want to just take out, and it's a lucky coincidence we're here.
Is that why you brought Aaron back?
Yeah, we overheard them talking about something. I don't remember.
Is that out of character? You don't remember?
Yeah, I don't remember.
You heard. Well, rather, Valut caught Target and Future being tapped out from behind the door. Um. And then that the group could be a problem. They're definitely investigating. That was about it.
While we're out of character,
Mm-hmm.
I do know that that was their ship. I did the investigation to check around the docks to figure out which ship was his or was theirs.
Yeah, I think we're all operating under that assumption.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I just there had been people going, well, if it's their ship, I'm like, no, I know Tristan knows it's his ship.
Right, but that means the rest of us have to trust Tristan.
That is
Right.
correct.
We can't trust the shit kid.
Nope, that's fine.
Sorry, Karen, it's your door.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's fine. I was on the spot and I just couldn't come up with words.
You are
So,
good.
it's wonderful.
It's a delight.
It's funny to me. It frustrates Tristan a lot.
That's okay. He needs some frustration here and there.
Yeah, just not this month.
It's fine.
Only until he loses it.
And then we'll
That's
have
fine too.
character growth.
I know, it'll be fun.
Exactly. So it's all fine.
It's very fine. With me, not with
Mhm.
him.
Potato,
Yeah.
potato.
Pretty much.
I will say I'm not entirely sure they're specifically after Aaron. He quit showing up in my visions after you brought him here.
Because he was with you, or because he was in the wizard tower?
I think because he wasn't in town.
Hmm.
If they do have specific interest in us, I don't think it's any of us in particular. I
Well,
suspect
if
it's
they
more
are
likely.
trying. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. It's a reasonable interruption. Go ahead.
If they are trying to keep us from discovering them and they start targeting us, it would be easier to defend ourselves without Aaron. Sorry, you're kind of a liability.
It's fine. I'm used to it.
I pat him on the head.
If you wanted to learn some fighting skills, you do currently reside on a ship when it's around, full of people who know how to fight.
I appreciate the offer, but it doesn't help me here.
True. But for the future,
It is
might
good
keep
to
it in
keep
mind.
in mind. As long as you keep us around.
I don't have a reason not to yet.
Glad to hear it. All right. So you all enjoy lunch and sort of enjoy your conversations. And eventually the wizard Nord comes back
Nadal?
out. What?
Nord?
Yeah, he sells security for your internet.
Nord
Yep.
was the
Thank you.
innkeeper.
Those
Oh yeah,
are
Nord was the barkeep. That's right. I didn't go back up far enough. Nadal.
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 I just looked for an inn name. I was panicking.
You're fine.
That worked.
Jen was just like,
Yeah.
what? Because I literally wrote Nadal like 2 words ago, and then I was like, what?
Yeah, Nord Vpin, the barkeep. Hashtag not sponsored.
But if you want to, though.
No,
No.
I know, I'm kidding.
they did Jay and Nicole dirty.
And we don't need
Yeah.
sponsors.
So take their money. Get some
No,
payback.
fair point. Anyway, Nadal does come back out with a handful of books. Looking troubled. And he plops them down onto a side table and sits heavily down in his chair. And heaves a big ol' sigh.
Well, that doesn't look like good news.
And then pulls out a pipe and shoves some stuff into it and lights it and takes a big long drag and then blows a big cloud of smoke into the air.
Sure hope
Definitely
that
not
stuff
good
was
news.
smokable.
What'd you say?
Sure hope that stuff was smokable and wasn't just like cotton or something.
Uh-huh. Parsley.
Mm-hmm.
This is...
Paprika.
It's certainly not fun.
Find a way to stop it? Reverse it?
Perhaps.
Hmm.
And he picks up his book and flips through it for a moment and pauses on a certain page and kind of drags his finger across it and goes, so I believe what we're dealing with is not a pleasant creature, which seems to be what I've heard already. But there are fiends who feed on emotion.
All right.
It's always different. Some of them feed on hope. Some of them feed on anger. Typically, it's in small doses, spread out over time. Doesn't have a great effect on a community unless they stay for a very long time. If they feed on the same person's emotions for too long, it can kill, but typically they're smarter than that. I believe we're dealing with one that feeds on fear. Normally, this would be fine. I've not heard of them bottling it before.
Prepared
That-
for a long voyage, perhaps.
Perhaps. It also means they can gather more at once and wreak more havoc than typical.
Or they could bottle it up and go sell it to other fiends.
Or that, I suppose. They're called... Oh god, I hope I pronounced this right. Devoras. Or Devora? I think it's Devora.
A or
And
AH?
Here, I'll put it.
Okay, just put it in chat. Fine.
Where will I put it? I'll just put it in the call log.
Spelled it right.
I did
Yay.
too. I just wasn't sure if there was an H at the end or not.
They can be killed, but I'm not sure what that does to the emotions that they gather, because they don't usually gather emotions. So you see my concern. This has done harm. Was he there when you talked about it killing someone?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Not with-
because he
No.
wasn't there when
Yeah.
when Tristan mentioned that
Yeah.
he had busted a jar.
Right.
He also wasn't there when we talked about the fog killing people to the
Other
old
lady.
Yeah.
Which is why I wanted to wait and talk about all of it at one time.
um. So it seems this is dealing some damage in town. It
Yeah.
would make sense for the chaos.
Yeah.
The chaos has killed people. And full transparency, I may have uncapped one of them just to see if it would stay around, and it did not, and it killed the person it went back to.
I see.
Yeah.
So smashing the bottles is out of the question.
Yeah. That's why I uncorked one to see if I could just, unleash them all, send them all back home.
Because
Don't
you're
do
an expert on magic things.
Look, the magic person literally just said the same idea that I was testing out. And he knows from my experiment that we can't do it.
Maybe he could have done an experiment that wouldn't have killed someone.
I think the important thing is we take out the creature making the bottles first.
Yeah.
So how do we kill them?
Suppose that depends on how you all fight.
With swords.
With this glaive.
I don't really.
With a good night's sleep so I can replenish my lost.
Well, if you do need a good night's sleep, the good news is that tomorrow is Antara Storm, and less people should be out and about due to the downpour.
So you were checking the sky for birds?
I was checking the sky for clouds.
Oh. Did you see any birds?
Did I see any birds? I was not looking for them. Jules,
Yeah, sorry.
you're good.
From what I have, I would like to know, do all of you have a magical weapon?
I do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Any non-magical attacks won't do much at all.
Good to know.
Par for the course with this group, I suppose.
Seems so.
Can the Devora disguise itself?
Hmm.
Would it be one of the? I mean, we've only seen 3 of the 4 to 5 of them. So I didn't know if those were the ones we've seen or not.
Nothing I have talks about them wearing disguises.
Okay.
Only that they're good at ducking into shadows.
What do they look like?
Typically, roughly human.
Can they swim well?
Swim?
Swim well.
I don't have any notes about that.
So if they didn't, we could just ship.
But then you trap them here.
Then we could kill it. Defeat it. No, it's defeat. Kill it.
You could also just kill it.
So with the fears in the bottle that they've
Hmm.
taken from the people, will they make new fears, or do we have to try to get the fear back to them?
I believe I might be able to come up with something that will carefully release. Also possible they might dissipate upon the death of the creature. It's hard to say. But I will work on finding a solution to the bottles if you all can work on a solution to the creature.
I like that plan.
So we don't discuss it in the hotel, right? We do it here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did sort of expect that you would all be back last night.
We had a tail we couldn't shake. Easily. One of the 3 I mentioned.
And they don't have any tells that we can see that would distinguish them from other people.
Not outright. I'm sure if you followed one long enough, you'd be able to tell. That's part of what helps them blend in. They're not always a danger,
Yeah.
despite being fiends. They do sort of need society to be able to create more of themselves, if you catch my meaning.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. How do they need society?
They find partners and have children, and the child is always a Devra.
Interesting.
Do they all look like fiends, the children?
They look like people. Roughly human.
Do they ever look like tieflings?
Not that I have note of. Met a suspicious tiefling, have you? Kind of glances good-naturedly to Tristan.
He smirks.
Well, our tail was a tiefling.
Ah,
And if he's working for them, could be because they're related.
I suppose.
I'm giving you a hard-ass look about that.
What? If I could work for my parents, I would.
Probably not a child. But it would make sense that they would keep others around them.
So, practical matters.
Hmm.
It seems to me our tasks are figure out who exactly is on this crew, figure out which one of them is demon, kill it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It would seem so.
There is also a case to be made for killing all of them.
It is unlikely any of them are unaware of what is happening. I would say that's a safe bet. Take them all out, none of them will want revenge. They can offer a bit of power to those that they get to follow them. Being able to rid yourself of a bit of a fear. Just a bit. I could see that being a compelling reason to follow such a creature.
Yeah, Cole was pretty interested in losing fear.
In what? Sorry, a cat knocked something over.
Cat. Cole was interested in getting rid of fear.
Getting rid of fear. Is this the tiefling?
Yes.
So Barrett looks nervous, but he speaks up. Says, I don't love my idea, but it would be a good way to get close. You said they were tailing you.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to want to be our newest crew member.
You could tail them back.
Well, they do think I've left.
Maybe not you.
Hmm.
Wait, why do they think you've left?
We had
Oh.
to.
Because your ship's not here.
Yeah, we had to convince them that the ship not being here was on purpose.
I see.
Oh, they probably think Aaron left with the ship too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Aaron's like, it's fine, I'll stay here.
You can. How good are yours? Are you at sneaking?
No.
Well, let's see if you can come with me.
No. I'll stay here. I don't particularly want the fear sucked out of me, thank you.
Anyway,
Especially not if I was a delightful target.
Well, since they think I'm gone, I can, stay out of sight and keep an eye on them. Even if you all have to approach them.
Do we want to tail Cole in the same way that Cole tailed us?
Up to you guys.
It would make sense to me. They can't get very much done with you around. And you might get to meet their friends.
I'm very
You
good
all may need to
myself.
come up with an idea as to why you want to stick with him.
You need a new boat.
That's true. You do. Kawa, you started to say something.
I'm also really good at stealthing. If
I mean, Mava did mention that he has more invisibility he can impart as needed. So
This is true.
I could not be far behind if I need to be closer. To not, become a victim
I can do whatever. I'm not very concerned with being afraid.
Package it.
I could follow in the shadows, and if this Devora is also hanging around Cole, I might run into them.
I think whatever keeps you all together the best is my preferred option. Do you want me to come along?
That was still there?
Yes. Sorry.
I figured it was, but I was trying to
I
figure out
did
how to
too, but I just
respond.
wanted to be safe. Like, I'm pretty sure the wizards are wanting to come with us.
No, the
Looks-
wizard's going to research how to get rid of the bottles. He's not leaving.
Looks to me like you need some rest.
Yes.
I was under the assumption you all did. Did
Yeah,
you?
but I think you need more rest than we're gonna get.
Oh, no.
Are
Now
you
that I
having
know,
issues sleeping?
well, I was. I also kept trying to leave. It wasn't ending well. Now that I know what you're up against, it should help. I can direct my visions a little more.
I can try offering a massage to help relax you if you like.
Narrow my eyes. I'm off.
I'm not opposed.
I could teach you some meditation techniques.
Just gonna
That
look
might also
away.
be helpful. What was that?
Just gonna look away and huff.
Somebody's possessive.
Tristan takes note of this.
I think meditation would be nice. Honestly, if I can just get a good night's rest with the rest of you, I think I'll be all right.
So then what is our plan for tomorrow? Because we should definitely have one before we leave.
Yes.
How about we finish today by trying to find the rest of them? That way we know who we're targeting, and maybe even where they're planning to stay for this storm. And then we can go from there once we have a little bit more solid intel on finding them. All of them.
So we go back to town tonight.
After we
Let's see.
sleep or before we sleep?
Before?
And then come back and sleep.
If that's safest, or if it's just numbers, we could stay in town again.
How are we going to find them?
We know what ship they're on. We also know that Cole has a room in our inn.
Was that just for last night, or was it a little longer than that?
Cole stays all over the place.
I don't remember. I don't know.
I don't think they said.
No.
Oh, they said that sometimes they sleep out on the ground, and then they slept in a tent, and then they slept in a hotel, and then they slept in another hotel.
Hotel.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So we can find Cole easily, but how do we find the others?
Well, like we were just talking about, sticking with him and seeing if he took us to his friends.
And if he
Or took
does, and he takes
all
us
of
to
you.
the thing, and we haven't given Mava enough time to sleep,
Does Mama get spell slots?
Nope.
Thinking
Yep.
of sorcery
So,
points. Get back on all the short rest, don't they?
No. No.
Am I thinking of warlocks?
You're thinking of
You're a warlock.
I think.
Well,
Hold on.
hang on. Let me
Because
verify this.
that's why you have to have the sorcerer warlock combination for the coffee lock.
You regain when you finish a long rest.
Yeah, it's long rest. Yep. 'Cause that's why the coffee lock's broken.
Because then you can
You can use the short rest
spell
warlock spell
slots.
slots. Yep.
Yeah, that was right. I knew that because I just did a whole
Yep.
write-up of that. I should have remembered it.
No,
But you slept
It's
since
fine.
then, so.
A
it took
couple
me a
of
second
times.
too, and I was like, yeah, nope, that's that. Anyways, however you guys want to go about it, I've got to stay either invisible or 20 feet back.
We could split up.
Sildar
Not be the
narrows his
best
eyes.
idea.
I think we
Into
would give.
teams, not individually.
Mhm.
You were saying.
Oh, I was gonna say it looks like that comment gave Sildar a heart attack.
No. Just curious. The thought. 2 teams should be fine.
Cool.
Okay, but the question is still, if we run into this thing this afternoon, is everybody at their full strength?
I'm a little hurt, but nothing I can't handle.
No, we
Fine.
shouldn't be hunting it yet.
Mava's though, so
Yeah, that's why I said find its people, find its hiding spot, and then we can go after it tomorrow during the storm.
but what if it's in its hiding spot when we find it and it's attacked?
They're not usually very forward about that, says the wizard.
Or if we find their hiding spot and they know that we found it and they move it overnight.
Then we will find it again. It won't
We'll
leave
know
the
what we're
town.
looking for that time.
It might. Not tomorrow per se, but
Still hear me? Okay.
Mhm.
My Discord freaked out and froze for a second. It also freaked out and put a bunch of reactions that I didn't click on. Anyway.
I wondered about that.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to hit the thumbs up and it wasn't doing anything. Okay. So out of character. Well, actually, do we want to take another break?
Maybe.
We've got 2 people AFK.
I mean, we can. It's a decent time for it, and they, yeah.
That way we don't have to say the plan twice.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Good idea.
And they can continue having input in case somebody says something they think is really stupid, like me, because I probably will.
Oh, just you wait.
And
We are all really good at saying stupid things.
Mhm.
You know this.
Yeah.
And Mappa might not care about having sorcery points on.
I don't know.
I think it's the spell slots that are.
That too.
All right.
And he did say he wants to get his spell slots back.
Yes. and he only has, I think, 5 sorcery points left.
4.
So that's not enough spell slots. Yeah, 4. So that's not enough spell slots.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will, full clarity here, Sildair does have a point of exhaustion.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's why Sildair's not coming with us.
He is.
No, Sildair is gonna stay there.
Nope. He's
Is that
still
what
there,
he thinks?
not stay there.
I think we outnumber him.
You can certainly try.
Catch him that.
No.
I'm not helping.
No.
We can handle a cleric.
He's not a cleric.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was the main healer.
No.
No,
That's Emir.
I don't know what people are.
Emir's your druid.
yeah.
Okay. That makes sense too, I suppose. If you want to be practical about it.
It might be easier once everybody's back to make the plan out of character. But did we want to take another quick break, or do we?
Oh, yeah,
do we
let's-
care?
Yeah, let's go
I'm
ahead
fine
and do
with it.
that.
Yeah, go for it.
Aw,
Okay.
I'm back.
I know, but
Yeah.
you were gone when we talked about doing it, and then we kept.
All right, I'm going deafening.
How long?
Very
Uh,
long, apparently.
Probably pretty short.
Okay, well, I won't go anywhere.
I was about to say I'm not going anywhere because I have no reason to.
I live down in Olympia. I drive up about 20 minutes to the Olympia location, pick up that paperwork, bring it to the Tacoma location, then drive up to Seattle to pick it up
Jeez.
from there, and then bring that back down to the Tacoma location, and then I go back down to Olympia to go home. So
Yikes.
all in all, it's what 130 miles ish.
And how
in a
often
day.
do you have to do that?
Twice a week. I'm working at home from 3 days a week now.
Oh.
Mm.
Jeez. Mom is back. Yeah. Yeah, Dakota's back.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Mava, Dakota, you know.
Potato, potato.
Yeah.
Potato.
Yeah. That was correct.
Either way you
Potato,
look at
potato.
it, I'm marvelous.
You are marvelous. Well, no. We're not marvelous anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yippee yuck.
We were marvelous.
We were.
But you're a different kind of marvelous. Hmm. Are we excited to do 2 sessions this month?
I am so
What?
I
excited.
am.
I'm so spoiled.
Yep.
Yeah, I was looking at my calendar and I was like, I think I can do this one. And then I realized there's 5 Fridays in December, and I was like, ooh, I could maybe
if,
do
though?
2. Because I'm feeling pretty good lately.
There you go.
Yay.
And I had a feeling this one would be pretty low key. I had some stuff just in case, because I never know. But,
Yeah.
I mean, because y'all could have turned around and attacked somebody at any moment. I don't know.
I mean, Mava and I talked about it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I know. I was like, I need all of the stats for everything just in case. And it has not happened, which is kind of what I was hoping
all at
for.
once.
Yeah. But it's been fun kind of getting back into it.
Yay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When I was listening to the last one at the beginning, I was like, man, there's so much dead air. And I think it was because everybody was trying to make sure nobody else was about to talk.
Yes.
Yes.
And so I've shifted some stuff, and I think it's helpful.
Yeah.
What? What's wrong? Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Sasha.
I think we've just decided if the cats can interrupt us, we can interrupt us.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dude, Tavi was sleep woofing.
Oh.
Except
that's
he
my
would go
favorite.
woof,
Oh.
woof.
So cute.
He's so stinking cute.
When
Welcome
Huron
back.
does it, it's very much like barely there, like a like he's
Mhm.
clearly after something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you just yeah.
Yeah, Tavi does the one little noise and then just kind of puffs out his lips. Just
Aww.
It's so cute.
Hmm.
Hey, we're on back.
I
Let's
was going
figure
to say,
this.
is that everybody?
Let's figure this plan out.
I think so.
Is Foss back?
So,
Yeah, I'm back.
yeah.
good deal.
So out of character,
Yes.
because we've had some discussion in character, there's options out there, but it might be easier to just make the plan of what y'all are doing out of character.
Okay.
Who wants to stay and take a long rest before even trying to scout?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will make it easier for invisibility and stuff.
Yeah. It'll get me that back. It'll get my hit points back. It'll get Sildare his
Mhm.
exhaustion level back. Hopefully.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, we could
That was
also
a good
use
idea.
the storm to sneak back into town, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's not going to be like hurricane level,
Right.
like nobody's walking outside. It's like your typical thunderstorm for this one.
Okay. That's what I was gonna ask. Is
Yeah. The
What-
first one
what are
is
the
usually not
severity
as
levels?
they get so the first one, let me see. I forgot how many weeks there are.
There are
need to go look.
5 weeks, 5 days. 'Cause it's 20.
Yes. So they get
4 weeks. No.
it's kind of like a bell curve where the first one and the last one are not as bad. And then the second and the fourth one are a little worse, and the middle one is the worst one.
Okay.
So that would be the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So I might have an idea for trailing.
All right.
At least Falut and Kia could go trail the book lady as fans.
I mean, I could trail her. I know her now.
I meant like stick to their like obvious trail, like looping into them.
Because one of them bought the book, one of them saw the show. I mean, all three of you could.
Yeah, I mean, we could have talked, and then Ymir's like, "Oh, well, I'll go introduce you because I know her better, and so these are my friends. We talked. They really like your stuff. Blah blah
Mhm.
blah."
And then the other three of you could follow Cole.
Or if we don't want to split up, they could follow stealthily.
That too.
And when we've already figured out Cole is one, we could suss out whether this is really the leader, and if so, if we're being obnoxious hanger-ons.
Or if it's actually her.
Mm-hmm.
I did give you all the description of the one who came and met Cole on my watch.
Yes. The blonde woman.
Yes.
That was not the one that Ymir met, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
No. So far you've run into Cole, the tiefling. And then you have this woman who is, we are assuming to be Jamila, who is darker skin, dark hair, long braids. And then you've seen the blonde, paler woman go into Cole's room overnight. So there are at least three of them. But you have no confirmation yet that Jamila is connected to Cole and the blonde lady.
Yeah, so we could at least go figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Side note,
Yeah.
Kristen,
Mm-hmm.
as a sailor and a captain and a general participator in maritime activities, how many people would you say it would take to crew the ship that you found this stuff on?
With magic, it can be done with 4 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
We can steal a ship.
That wasn't my question.
Were you trying to figure out how many of them there likely were?
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's at a minimum probably 4.
Yep.
That's how we found the ship, is because we knew how many they came on, or the type of
No.
the ship they came on.
It was a
like
new
that?
ship. It was a ship
Oh, it came
you
in the
didn't
same time.
recognize.
Yeah. Okay. I never.
And
saw
it was
a
small.
ship being small was something.
Yes.
Yeah. I was
Yeah, I
just
actually looked up the kind of ship that it is to figure out how many people.
Been there, done that.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's reasonable. That was kind of why I was asking.
Yeah.
That gives us, how many people we should probably be looking for. We could be off. I mean, we could honestly be off by a lot. That's the crew.
Mm-hmm.
And there could be more crew than necessary because it almost certainly has enough space for that. They usually do.
I
there
did
wasn't-
count the number of bunks. How many bunks looked like they were taken?
You were on the top deck and then you went into the cabin.
Yeah.
But that was just above deck.
Okay, that's true.
Was there anybody on the ship when Tristan went there?
No.
No.
I think you were told by the barkeep. I think Nord told you there were 4.
Let me check. Hang on.
He didn't know the exact number, but it was a small group.
He said small group 4 to 5.
Yeah.
And when I went into the cabin, that first room had beds and trunks, but I don't think you gave me the count.
Mm-mm.
But I would have counted, but it's fine. And I don't know if there's more below deck, so.
Mm-hmm. There were 2 in that room.
2 in that room, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did Tristan
You're not
ever-
coming through.
Oh, yeah,
Jane.
you're not coming
Not
through.
coming through the mic.
Let's try this again.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, there you are.
Hello.
We go. Okay. I was gonna say there's I have a note from our last session.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah. Especially since it just pretty much so did because Tristan is the one who saw the blonde with Cole, correct?
Mhm. Yes.
Did he give that description to Sildair?
Yes.
Because I have a note that Cole is, or says that person is someone
Oh,
who
yeah.
Sildair gave a letter to, so I don't know if Sildair knows more information on the blonde.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my
Because
question.
Ymir recognized her.
Yeah.
Yes. Is right.
So that.
So I guess before we go back in character, we
Uh-huh.
want to not do anything today, hang out in the castle and go to town tomorrow? Or do we want to do anything before we take a rest? How long do we have to wait before we take another long rest?
Well, it was.
I mean, you could take one now, technically.
Yeah, because technically we could sneak back into town early morning when it's still dark out.
Mm-hmm. Because since it's what 2.5 hours one way,
Yeah.
we know it's been at least like
I mean, we just had lunch, so
yeah. But was it a late lunch? Because it's been 6 hours since Ymir left this morning, so
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would have been late
it could be
lunch.
late afternoon lunch.
Yeah.
But
so
also, you really don't have to wait until it's nighttime to take a
Yes.
long rest if you don't want
right. So if we took a long rest now, and then when we got up, we could head into town.
to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And would be there probably by early morning.
Fine with that.
So I got that much of the plan down.
Yes.
So the next question is, are you splitting up?
Yeah, do we want to split up or do we want to try to stay together?
You
I
could do.
think we should stay together because we were kind of told that it would be a bad idea not to.
Yeah, Sildair said 2 groups of 3 would be okay, but he does seem to feel more comfortable if you all stay together.
So then we want to go check out the book lady and either rule her out.
Yeah.
Or follow her around because that's one person we know, or do we want to try to find this blonde woman?
I'm fine with following the book lady since we, unless we happen to see the blonde woman and Sildair does recognize her.
Are we going to talk to Sildair about that? We should talk to Sildair.
Yes.
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 Yeah, unless we happen to upon her with somebody else or on our way to, or and when we decide to switch targets, since we know she's involved and we aren't sure about the other one, I would say follow the author, especially since we have the excuse.
I'm for that.
All right.
We
'Cause
do
I-
also have a decent excuse to talk to. I'm sorry, I just sort of jumped all over you.
I
To talk to Cole,
That's true.
or at least some of us do.
Have an excuse to talk to Cole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the excuse?
Well, I at least was going to investigate further before it was decided not to.
Mm-hmm.
See, my thought on that though is if we aren't investigating it and we don't seem to care about it anymore, then we're not a threat.
See,
And they
my
don't-
thinking on that is that the person who's actively investigating an event probably didn't have anything to do with it.
Also true.
Unless it was an excuse to go back to his ship and see if anything got happened.
I'm sure that's what his excuse was. I'm talking about them looking towards us.
That's true.
Yeah, if
Like,
you guys are trying to figure out what happened, you don't look as guilty.
And I came from literally the other side of town.
Yep.
Yeah.
From where it started. So I am an unlikely suspect.
You could also pretend like you were trying to see if they mind giving you a ride off the island.
Right.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that one. So, which do Should we talk to Soldair about the blonde and then decide of those three who we want to go after?
Yeah.
And
Sounds
then make a plan from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems like a valid approach.
All right, we have a plan to plan.
We plan for dawn.
Yep.
There we go.
Hey, don't plan, but we do it. Oh,
So how are you bringing up this blonde woman in more detail?
well, I did describe her. Oh, never. Nope,
Well,
never mind.
First,
That was
Ymir
later.
has to tell us that they know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did they not?
None
They
of
did
us
not.
know.
'Cause
Only
it-
Ymir knows.
Ah, never mind.
I'll be real with you. I don't remember why I know.
She'd gotten
You
a letter, I think.
yes, Sildare had given this woman a letter and you'd seen her before.
Okay. Yeah, I will reveal that information.
Okay. I will say he does try to remember and then kind of shakes his head. It's like I give letters to a lot of people. But I'll see if I can figure anything out. She's probably not one of the ones we want to hunt down specifically. However, if I go with you and she sees me, she might approach. For better or for worse.
That's true.
Which of the other two are you all more interested in interacting with?
That
That's the question.
that is a good question.
Boss is trying to type so quietly.
I am. I'm sorry.
It's
You're
okay. I
I am-
appreciate the effort.
I am unconcerned.
I am interested in trying to find out as many people as we can so that we're not just limited to Cole.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, we could always start with
Oh.
Arthur, and then if nothing really pans out, then we could move to Cole after so long. So that way we take care of both.
So if we cling to the book.
Jamila.
lady, Jamila. Well, I don't know her name in character.
Yeah.
We start with the author of the Misty series, and if we rule her out as being involved, then we can move on to clinging to Cole like he clung to us. And all while doing that, those who saw the blonde woman can keep an eye out. And if you notice her, we need a way to signal each other, especially the people that aren't being seen.
As well,
Mava knows how to do messages.
Yeah, but Malva isn't the one who's seen the blonde woman.
That's true. Sorry, I've lost his voice.
That's okay.
I'm getting sleepy.
it's not much, but I could give you a bit of a crash course in some forms of nonverbal communication.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
You do have to be paying attention to each other, of course.
I think we can do that.
Very specific thieves camp.
Kind of, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was actually thinking more along the lines of military hand signals.
Mm.
And really relatively basic. Like, hey, look, there, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, what would we
Not
call
because-
it?
Wand at 12 o'clock.
Cruising it.
Not because I wouldn't trust them with it because it's not that unusual or whatever, but because it's there can be a lot to learn, so
Yeah.
keeping to just the stuff that's probably going to be useful
Yeah.
Makes sense.
makes it easier to process.
So besides Tristan and me, is anyone else somewhat good at stealth that is not going to be a fanboy?
Hey.
You, Tristan.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I
But
said
besides
Tristan and
Tristan
myself.
and
So I guess that would be Mavis, Sildare, and Ymir.
Are any of y'all good at stealthing?
I have a +2.
Okay.
I have a +3, but I have invisibility.
That's true.
True.
I can turn to an
Oh, yeah.
animal, but
Oh.
Well, as far as the book lady, Ymir is going to be part of the fan
yeah,
club.
Ymir, that's right. Ymir has to be part of the fan club on that. That's true.
I
Yeah.
thought I was going with the after the blonde one now.
We're all going to sticking together.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you're going to introduce Valut and Kia to the lady.
Oh, okay.
Is Sildare good at stealthing?
I'm trying to get his sheet up.
Probably.
Yeah.
No. He has a +1.
So I guess Tristan and I will just stealth and stay behind the group. And maybe Mava as they go invisible.
Jesus Christ, I forgot his stats were so garbage.
The downside
Yes,
to being
3
prophetic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can also be invisible, but only for an hour.
Yeah. My stealth is a +. I don't know.
It's a plus you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I don't know how well I'm going to roll with it, so we'll find out.
Ah,
My stealth's only a +4, so
yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the sneakiest on the team.
you are. I'm not sneaky rogue. We've established
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I am Riz rogue. It's fine. Look at me. Don't look at them. Look at me.
Yeah, it's Valut and then Kawa for sure.
What's Kawa's?
8.
Oh. Mine's 12.
Ah,
So I'm
You-
third.
Oh.
Okay. So we're
no,
having the
you're technically second.
Mm.
Kia
Yeah.
and I are tied for first.
Ah.
Oh, so the two most stealthiest ones are going in plain sight. Great.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Great plan of ours.
We are the most efficient group.
Oh.
I mean, we could go in stealth and other people could play our roles.
That's true. How good is Valut at getting information out of people through conversation as being somebody else?
I'm
Can
going to be
Valut,
real honest. I'm not sure I parsed that conversation. Or
can
that.
Valut carry on a conversation as a fanboy and ask the right questions that would suss out whether or not she's involved in this?
Yes?
That was real sure. So confident.
I mean, my charisma's not great, but I have a really fantastic insight.
Ah.
So would
So-
he be better reading somebody while someone else occupies her with conversation?
Either way works.
Okay.
I think he's very good at asking the right questions, or at least I imagine him so. He's just not always great at the deception part, the lying part, and he's okay at that. I put expertise in it specifically so that I was making up for my lack of charisma.
So if we did this, if he had the conversation, Kia can back him up, and then you get like advantage or something.
Something.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
I like we'll be fine in those roles. Just also we could pass the buck to somebody else to be the fanboys,
Yeah.
and we could be the sneak team. I would be willing to loan someone my book.
It's just we already mentioned that in front of her, so
No.
No,
yeah. Oh, we didn't? Oh, I thought we
No.
said that in front of her. Okay, so never
No.
mind.
No, she walked off and Amir said she actually writes books. And then you were like, wait a minute.
Yes.
And then
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't know who.
Memory like a steel sieve. Okay.
The
Me
sad
too,
part
though.
is I did remember that, but I didn't trust my memory of it.
Yeah,
I
that
was like,
too.
if Nicole says we said it in front of her, I guess we said it in front of her.
I'm having real Mandela effect vibes lately.
Stop
I
it!
just
Don't
call
infect me with that shit.
I call it post-COVID
Well-
brain.
Oh, I like that.
Honestly, Mava would be the best at pretending to be a fanboy of them.
True.
He does probably have the charisma for it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
so could Sildar.
Also true.
Okay.
Wonder,
So
so could
Ymir
I.
introduces Sildar and Mava to the author, and the rest of us be all sneaky and insightful.
And then I get to talk to myself. It's great.
Yeah.
No, you're just like, here's these two people that want to meet you, and you just back up Mava. Like stand there and yawn and nod, like Cole did with us.
Mm-hmm. Also, yes, Tristan would be good for that, but he's supposed to
I'm
be
not.
not here.
Yep, I'm
Yep.
not there. That was just that was
However,
the point of order
could-
from Karen that he's up there with that too.
Well,
you could wear a disguise.
That's what I was gonna say. Yes.
That's true.
Sorry.
No. Don't apologize. You're fine. I just wanted it said. I don't care who said it.
and Nicole does. Kia has a disguise kit too, right?
Kia has so
No.
many disguises.
I have disguises and I have makeup, but I don't officially have a disguise kit.
If you want, you can
Mama
put
does.
Actually, I was going to say because I actually have one. I would lend it to Kia.
And I also don't know if I'm proficient with it.
Lend.
Yeah.
I don't use this. You may have it.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you want to put one in your inventory to count for the makeup and the wigs and stuff you have, you can.
Okay.
I won't say you're proficient yet, but if you
Yeah.
if you use it several times,
That's true.
I'll grant you that proficiency.
Practice.
God, I always forget how stupid Mava's sheet is. I rolled so insanely good for that. I will never roll that good on any character again.
Oh, I should show you Flare sheets sometime. And
Yeah,
like
so-
I have video of me rolling these stats. It was ridiculous.
I should show you Megs because I also have video of that. Whew.
So theirs are stupid in the opposite way.
I feel so
So are
bad for
berries.
Sildar.
So
What did you say, Foss?
So I feel so bad for him.
He
Poor
has a 20. He doesn't care.
I care. He has a 5 strength.
Mhm.
He's got noodle arms.
There's a reason he passes letters to people and walks away.
And he's as smart as Grog.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So, plan is long rest. You go to town. You start with the book woman. Some of you being sneaky, some of you being charming. If you don't get very much out of Jamila, then you're gonna go talk to Cole.
Correct.
All the while keeping an eye out for the blonde lady.
Yes. I will say you can know Jamila's name in character because her name is on the book.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I will probably say if we switch to Cole, then that's when I think Balut should definitely fall out of stealth.
Should when
He
Yes.
should be the one that leads that.
Yes.
yes.
Wait, Volut's gonna be Team Stealth?
Yes.
Oh,
At least if we go to Cole.
If we go to call, when we go to
No.
call, yeah.
No.
No. Team Stealth dealing with Jamila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to talk to Cole, Volute would be the good one to have the conversations.
Right.
Right.
Because they probably have the most rapport right now as far as the weird cloud thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So am I still on Team Stealth or no?
Yes.
Yes, you
Yes.
were
You
always
have
on
to
Team
be.
Stealth.
No.
I thought
We were talking about disguising.
Oh, we're talking about
Yeah, but
disguising.
I'm
I had
not
to check.
proficient at it yet, so maybe it's not a good
Okay,
idea.
okay.
Practice on something else first.
Is
That's fine.
Mava proficient with his disguise kit? Yes.
Yes.
I
So
figured I
Mava
was on Team Stealth, but it's fine.
You could stealth in disguise.
So that if
This
you're
is also
spotted, you're this weirdo that's stalking
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yes,
then
and
if you
so
want to
wonder-
have a conversation, you can.
But and then if she does happen to notice all of us, she'll be like, "Where was the tiefling from earlier?" But it's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you think you can disguise me,
I
cool.
think we should do both. I think we should disguise Tristan, and then Tristan should be sneakily following us.
Okay.
And then he's
Because
less
they're-
likely to be recognized as Tristan if he does get seen, but also
Yes.
there's the added layer of protection where he's not being seen.
Okay. All right. Well, if I'm getting disguised, I will.
Gia's gonna watch Mava do it so she can get some more visual learning.
Yeah. But that'll be after the long rest.
Yes,
Yes.
we'll long rest first.
Long rest first.
So I think we'll leave off here. We'll pick back up either for your long rest or after it. I have to decide.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there next session at the end of this month.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Sounds good.
Huzzah!
Everybody say good night.
Good
Good night,
night.
guys.
Night.
Bye.